Yo, what's going on? I'm Cameron Linares, and this is the show for big money barbers and big money barbershop owners to improve their position, overcome their challenges, and reach their full potential. This is the sixth episode. This is the first one I've launched video wise. Usually I just record them, but I decided if I'm going to record these, why not put them on video, put them on YouTube too. You can go and find the first five on Spotify or Apple. They are bangers. You guys should go check them out and follow me on those platforms as well. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about client attraction. So I want to talk to you about the difference between chasing clients and attracting clients. Let's get started. So when it comes to chasing clients, I mean chasing clients is like getting out on the street, handing out business cards, doing ads, social media marketing, all those things. That's us going and trying to find the client, and we're chasing the clients. There's all types of ways we can do that. I do that, but it's not my favorite way to do it. I like to become the barber that attracts clients. That's who I became, and that's when I became extremely busy, and that's when I had a lot of high value clients, is when I became a barber who just attracted those types of people. And when I became that barber, I really got to stop going and chasing them. I didn't have to go hit the streets anymore. I didn't have to run ads anymore. I was booked all the time with really good, high-paying clients. And what happened was I made this transformation in my mindset. I made this transformation in my career. I made this transformation in how I carried myself, and I became the attractive barber. And I'm not talking just physically. Of course, I look good. I'm just playing. But I became an attractive person to do business with. I was very cordial, I was always very professional. I was always on time. I respected people's times. There are a lot of things that I shifted and had to transform and grow. I had to grow up. I had to become a real professional. And that's when I really started attracting a ton more clients. And I was attracting clients so fast that when I gain a new one, I'd lose one because I was so busy, people couldn't get in with me anymore. But I digress. So let's dive into this. So in order for you to start attracting your ideal client, you need to understand who your ideal client is first. You can't just be like, I want to attract rich people. Well, what does that look like? What do these rich people do for a living? How old are they? Do they have families? Do they have kids? Are they going to bring their kids with them? Are they good tippers? What neighborhoods do they live in? What kind of cars do they drive? What are they interested in? Where do they hang out? Like, these are all things you need to know about clients when you want to attract a certain type of client. You need to be very specific in your understanding of who they are. So that you can become who you need to become to attract these people. So the first thing I recommend you guys do, and this is something I've done in all my businesses, I've done it in all sorts of different applications, including client attraction, is I created a vision statement. Now, a vision statement is a set of bullet points or a description of what something is. So for me, or for what I recommend you guys do, is you guys make a vision statement of who your ideal client is. Write down and get extremely detailed on who your ideal client is. Maybe you already have one client that you love. They pay the top price. They always tip well. They're always on time. They're never late. They never complain. They're never picky about their hair. They're never picky about their beard. Everything is just perfect about them. They're just the guy. Whenever you see them on your books, you're like, yes, I'm cutting this dude's hair today, or I'm cutting this lady's hair today. Maybe that's the client that you should think about when you're writing your vision statement, and kind of mold your vision statement around that client. Or if you don't have that client, create a vision statement for the client that you want to have. Create a client. Who's the perfect client for you? And in those things, I'm talking like, what do they do for a living? How much money do they make? What's their income? How much they're tipping? What age range are they in? What are their interests? Where do they hang out? What neighborhoods do they live in? Everything about that. And the more detailed you can get on that, the more you'll start to recognize little cues when you're out in public, or while you have your current clients or people that you meet, that, hey, maybe this guy or maybe this lady is my ideal client. How can I convert this person into an ideal client? Or how can I present myself? So if I'm in public and it's one of my friends introduces me to someone who's maybe owns an insurance company or is a stock trader, I'm not going to be like, hey, bro, you need a barber? Come and see me. He's probably already got a barber. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to present myself and my business in such a manner that is so attractive that he might consider coming to see me. And that is the game that I mastered right there, is how to attract them, not chase them, not try to hunt them down, how to make them want me. And that's what you guys need to do. And the vision statement will help you create an understanding of who you need to be in order to attract these clients that you want. Everybody's ideal client is different. My ideal client might be different from yours. So attract it and tailor it to who you want to be, who you want. 75, 65, 85% of your clients, who do you want them to be? And then once you have that, you have your ideal client, you need to write a vision statement about yourself. You need to decide the barber you need to become in order to attract these people. What things do you need to change about yourself, how you operate, how your business operates, the environment around you? How do you need to change these things in order to attract those clients? Because all these things matter. Each one of those things could have something wrong with it that's a reason why they don't come. Maybe it's the way someone answers the shop phone. Maybe they're unprofessional. Maybe they were rude. Maybe, they just didn't come across properly. That might be a red flag for one of these high level ideal clients that you have to not come. So every aspect of your business needs to be on point. And I'm talking about yourself as well. Like, how are you dressing? What's the attire you wear? Are you dressing appropriately for the ideal client you want to attract? Are you wearing clothes similar to they wear, or are you dressing nicer than them? Because dressing nicer, I've never had anyone not come to me because I dress too nice. But I've definitely had people not choose me because I didn't dress as nice as another barber. For example, we had a barber, Shay, and he was always suited and booted. He was always fitted. He'd always have a tie on, looking clean, always making us feel bad about ourselves, how we dress the day we come in the shop. He had a high-level politician come into our shop, booked under an alias name. He came in, we were all like, dang, is this dude really here? And he chose Shay strictly because of his appearance on the website, because he was wearing a suit, he was looking dapper, he was looking next level professional for a barber. He chose him. I was salty because I own the shop, and I was like, dang, I own the shop and you didn't even come to me, bro? But no, I didn't present myself the way that Shay presented himself online. So he got the reward, he sowed the seeds, and he got the harvest of the fruits. And I can't be salty about that. He outdid me on that. So, and then maybe it's the language, maybe it's the way you speak, maybe you need to change the way you speak to people, or the conversations that you're having in the barbershop. Maybe they're inappropriate, or maybe you're talking about things that shouldn't just be talked about in public or in a professional setting. You need to learn how to operate on the level of the same level that these ideal clients are operating on. There's a lot of things that you can dive into and get really detailed about the ways that you can enhance yourself. You can maximize the way you operate. And that is step number 2. That's key number 2, guys. You got to look inside and you got to check your surroundings, see what I can do to operate at a higher level. A lot of them might just be small little changes, but it's huge. And then another thing is everything in your environment optimized to a professional level? I mean, every point of contact, are they maximized and optimized to a professional level? And like I said, that comes down to how people answer the phone at your shop. Are they answering in a professional manner? Do they sound good? Do they sound enthused? Do they sound happy? Are they helpful? Do they sound annoyed? Or do they sound irritated? Or do they sound aggravated? Or, like, those things are red flags to people. If someone answers and they sound like, just hurry up and book an appointment, I don't have time to talk to you, that's a red flag. Like, I hate if that happens to me. Like, I think it's rude. I'm probably not going to book with you. It's just an issue. It's uncomfortable. It's unprofessional. It's not cool. So things like that, that can be changed. That's easy. Like, get everyone on your team on the same page. Hey, when we answer the phone, let's answer like this. Maybe make a script. Like, it's simple. And if you can't change that, then maybe you need to change the environment you're working in. Maybe the environment you work in is not conducive for the level of clientele you want. And if that's the case, you have 2 options. You can be an entrepreneur and you can lead your team to become a higher level team, to operate at a higher level. You can persuade them, you can influence them to grow with you. If you can't do that, if you don't have that kind of influence, or that's something you don't want to tackle, maybe you just leave that shop and go to another shop. I know that leaving the shop and starting new sucks sometimes, but if the shop you're at currently isn't conducive with operating at the high level you want to operate with, it's going to be extremely hard to close that gap. You might need to find a new shop that's operating at that level and you grow within that shop. Are your social media platforms optimized? Is your Instagram optimized? Is your Facebook optimized? And I'm not talking about just like having your website and all that stuff on there, having the perfect bio. I'm talking about the content you're producing. I'm not talking about producing like high quality videos and stuff, but I mean, is it professional? Are you posting inappropriate things? Are you posting yourself out partying all weekend? Are you guys posting stuff that maybe this ideal client doesn't really want to see, something that would turn them away versus attract them? You have to be very careful about what you're posting on your Instagram, excuse me, and your Facebook, because these can be red flags that stop these people from coming to see you. Because something that I do all the time is when I'm going to work with someone or do business with someone, I'll check them out on Instagram, I'll check out their Facebook, and you can get to know, you can learn a lot about a person on their social media. So maybe I see things you post that like don't resonate with me personally, like I don't know, we're not going to connect on the level that I want to connect with my barber. I want to be able to have good conversations, and like, this guy can cut, but like I really disagree with some of this stuff he's doing, some of the way he's behaving. He's, maybe I just don't like it as a client, so I'm not going to go to him. So you have to make sure that everything is optimized, everything is extremely professional. If you want to do hood rat things with your friends on your weekends, so be it. Just don't post it on a public platform. Maybe make your Facebook private. Do whatever you want on there. Don't just let anyone join it, because you can lose clients like that. For example, say I'm your client. I'm trying to hype my buddy up on coming to see you. I go to your Instagram, I'm like, dude, check it out. This is his Instagram. He can cut. I show him, and the first thing is just like, boom, super inappropriate, weird. The guy's automatically, boom, turned off. He's not coming to see you. You just lost client by posting that. And you guys have no idea how many clients you guys are potentially losing by doing this. I'm not saying you're all doing it, but I'm on social media. I see some ratchet stuff. So maybe, just maybe, cool it on the stuff you shouldn't be posting. Post really professional stuff. Maybe have two separate profiles, your personal, your professional, or just be professional on your profiles, or turn them to private. So there's a lot of things that you can look towards yourself, look towards your environment, that can be changed, that can be optimized to a level that will attract those people. And then another thing is you can't just do this sometimes. This isn't, these changes aren't things that you can just turn on and off. No, this is the stuff you have to execute all the time. Once you become this person, you have to be this person all the time. You have to operate at this level all the time. If you want to be the guy operating at a higher level than everyone else, you need to maintain that level. You can't be wishy-washy. That doesn't work. That's not going to work. That's not going to attract the ideal people. That's not going to put you in the top 1% of barbering. You have to execute all the time. And the most important days to execute are the days you don't want to do it, the days you really feel like not doing it. Those are the most important, because if you can get through those days, full execution, the rest of the days are easy. So make these changes. But well, first, make these vision statements, discover these things that need to be changed, make the changes, and execute on them every single day. And I promise you guys, this is going to improve your career as barbers, and it's going to help you guys attract some of these clients that maybe you don't really have the reach to get. Maybe you're not hanging out in the same places as them. Maybe you're not in the friend circles of them. So what can you do to attract them versus go try and find them? So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to go over to Apple and Spotify and subscribe. Also, please subscribe here. I'm going to be dropping gems all the time. I hope to be getting some cool people to give you guys a bunch of information on here. That would be sick. Thank you guys for tuning in again. I'll catch you guys next week.